Welcome to Dr. Katina Talks, the podcast where we explore the journey to a more fulfilling, balanced, and meaningful life. I'm your host, Dr. Katina. As we close season 2, I want to leave you with a reflection on how we move, how we work, how we rest, and how we honor the season we're in. So let's begin with a question, or 4. 1. Are you a mountain climber or a lazy river floater? 2. Do you run toward challenge or slow down and seek simplicity? 3. Do you move with intensity or do you move with ease? 4. Or are you like me? Both, depending on the season of your life. Recently, someone asked me why I climb so many mountains, why I achieve, why I stretch myself. And my answer was simple: because I can. I walk because I can. I take the stairs because I can. I build, write, create, and reach because right now I have health, mind, clarity, and strength to do it. I never take that for granted. There are people who would give anything for the ability to challenge themselves physically, mentally, or spiritually. So when a mountain rises in front of me, I climb, not to prove anything, not as a performance, but because I honor the gifts God placed in me by using them. And this year, I climbed many mountains. Some you saw and some you didn't. I renovated my grandfather's 1973 home. It is now modern, restored, and filled with family making new memories. I opened a private counseling practice in January, working exclusively with high-achieving, self-paying clients, and by December, there was a waiting list. I launched this podcast where most people, 90% of new podcasters, don't make it past episode 3. And guess what? Here you are listening to episode 20, imperfect and all. I wrote multiple books, and I published one before the year ended. And I did all of this while facing critics, distance in relationships, and even my own inner voice that asked, can I really do this? And yet, I did it anyway. I share this not to impress you, but to make a point. Psychologically, it is important to acknowledge what you've accomplished because success builds belief, because confidence transfers across domains, and because motivation is not something we wait for. It is something we create. I tell this to my clients. I tell this to students all the time. Do the thing, and then the motivation will follow. It rarely arrives first. I repeat, motivation rarely arrives first. You got to do the thing. So when effort produces results, our energy rises, and then our commitment strengthens, our resilience expands. But here's what most people miss. We tend to only show the polished part, the curated photos, the finished product, the final announcement. We rarely show the long nights, the doubt, the exhaustion, the sacrifices, or the quiet prayers whispered when nobody sees us. And yet, people are watching. People take note. People learn from how we move through the world. So your consistency matters more than you know, not just for you, but for those who witness the journey. And here's something else about me. I climb mountains, but my greatest clarity and creativity come after I step away, after I float, traveling, resting, breathing, exploring new places, just letting my nervous system settle enough for vision to sharpen. I rest so I can return. I float so I can climb again. Before I continue, I want to acknowledge one of the greatest gifts in my life, my husband. He is my grounding place, my encourager, my steady voice when doubt tries to settle. He believes in me when I am climbing, and he believes in me when I need rest. He reminds me of who I am when apprehension rises. In a world that often celebrates independence to the point of isolation, I am so grateful for partnership. Someone who looks at the mountains in front of me and says, "You can do that. I'm right here." And I don't take that for granted. And I also know that not everyone has that kind of support in a spouse or a partner. So if that is you, please hear me and hear me clearly. Seek community. Find people who see you, who encourage you, who speak life into your goals, and who hold space for your growth. Support matters. It strengthens us when we stretch. It steadies us when we doubt. And it reminds us that our dreams do not have to live in isolation. Now, as the new year approaches, ask yourself, what mountain are you ready to climb? Where do you need challenge? Where do you need rest? What rivers of peace, simplicity, and restoration do you need to sit beside? Because both are necessary, both are wise, and both are allowed. Just don't live on the mountaintop, and definitely don't stay by the lazy river forever. Balance will always be the path. So, as usual, I have 5 takeaways for you, but these are all very short. 1, give yourself permission to climb or float. Both can be powerful depending on your season. 2, acknowledge your achievements because they reinforce your strength and your capacity for growth. So guess what? It's okay to acknowledge what you've done. It's not that you're showing off. Acknowledge it. 3, do not measure your journey against someone else's highlights. You do not know the quiet chapters behind their milestones. 4, remember that people are watching. Your consistency, effort, and resilience matter more than you think. And 5, rest is not a reward. It is a requirement. You were not designed to climb without recovery, and you were not designed to stay idle while your purpose waits. So, if you're ready to release what is heavy and create space for what is next, my guided journal, Make Room for What Is Next, is now available on Amazon. It offers 30 days of reflection to help you prepare your mind, your habits, and your spirit for the next season ahead. And here's the truth about my own rhythm. I do not create from an empty place. I do not work on fumes. I step away when I need to. I rest, breathe, and let God refill me so I can return grounded and purposeful. This is why my podcast has seasons. I pause so I can bring you something meaningful when I come back. And I always return stronger. So this is the end of season 2. I will take time away to rest and reflect and make room for whatever God is asking me to bring into the next season. I will return at the end of January for season 3, and I promise you, it will meet you exactly where you are. It will speak to the parts of you that are ready to grow. It will honor the space you are creating for what is next. Until then, begin again. Make room for what is next. Bye for now.